guys. I'm glad to be here with you all. Today we're going to be doing 2 lessons in one day. We're going to be doing lesson 19 and lesson 20. So if you want to read along with me, we're reading from Mark chapter 5, beginning in verse 29. Immediately she was healed of her disease. If you remember, there was a woman who touched just the hem of Jesus' garment. And the Bible tells us here that she was healed immediately. And Jesus, perceiving in himself that power had gone out of him, immediately turned about in the crowd and said, "Who touched my garments?" And his disciples said to him, "You see this crowd pressing around you, and yet you say, 'Who touched me?'" But the woman, knowing what had happened to her, came in fear and trembling and fell down before him and told him the whole truth. And he said to her, "Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace and be healed of your disease." A couple of things I'd like to point out about these verses, and that is that this woman was in a crowd of people. People were pressing in very tightly up toward Jesus as he was talking, and this woman came into a crowd and touched Jesus. And I want us to remember that even in a crowd of people, God knows us. He knows each one of us, and he sees us as one person. He looks at you, and he sees what your need is. And also, we should never be afraid. This woman was not afraid to come to Jesus and to touch his garment for healing. She went boldly to him and touched his garment, believing that he would heal her. We should never be afraid of bringing our problems to Jesus. God sees you, each one of you individually. He knows you, and he hears you, and he meets your needs and knows exactly what you need. So we should never be scared to come to him. And the last phrase there says, "Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace and be healed of your disease." God reached into her life and met that one need that she had, and it was because of her faith. And I want to remind us that it is because of our faith that we can come to him and we can trust him. Thank you all for joining us today, and now we're going to have one of our friends lead us in prayer.
Thank you, Lord, for this day, my family, my friends, and my church, and this beautiful day. And thank you to all the doctors and nurses, and thank you for bringing my dad home safely, and for you to heal all the people with coronavirus, and that this virus can go away. In Jesus' name, amen.